It's the house cleaning episode.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean house cleaning?
Well, I mean, it's because, all right, guys. So you guys know that 2 weeks ago we were at the wonderful thing we call Panic Film
Yeah.
Fest.
I guess it was like a week actually, wasn't it? Just a week. Hold on, let me check my calendar. This going.
I mean,
It could've been
I
2 weeks
worked
ago.
this past weekend.
Okay, so yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago now. It's been a while, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so all you guys know, since we've been talking about it constantly, went to Panic Film Fest. There's my shirt.
I did not wear my shirt today because
You did not wear your shirt. Well,
I haven't watched it. So I haven't watched it. So
it's the only shirt we has is twinsies. Do you realize that? Besides that sweater that kind of looks alike.
Twinsies. But yeah.
Anyway, so what we're doing today, guys, is me and Chris are sitting here. We're going to be reviewing the stuff that we saw at Panic Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Panic Fest, there's still information you want to know about it. You can use hashtag PanicFest 2025. You can go to panicfilmfest.com. You can go to their Facebook and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about some of the shorts. The long form shorts are what we're going to talk about now. That means they're more than 10 minutes, right? And they're less than 30.
Yeah, but some of the shorts were more than it's nebulous, but
no, it's not shorts. It's long form shorts. You got to say it correctly.
But yeah, the long form shorts are generally less than 45 minutes, but they're
less than 45 minutes.
It's kind of nebulous, but like you can tell, I guess.
So what we're gonna do is we have a bunch of episodes that we have to kind of get like all this stuff done to, review, go over, talk about what we liked, what we didn't like about this stuff. And so this one is going to be the long form shorts. We're going to do the shorts next and then some of the movies. It just matters how much time, but we figured, hey, why not just turn the cameras on and let you guys see us do what we do, just to like entertain you guys. So, on a Sunday afternoon, the first time it's 90 degrees where I'm at.
Yeah, it's like close to the 80s here. It's 83 here. So yeah, here we are. But
it's 92 here, 93, 94. I think 94.
Like all that.
I know you're in a hoodie in your bed. I'm like in shorts.
Well,
before the cameras went on, I haven't worn, like, literally I am. Oh, I don't know if you can see. I'd have to turn normal light on. Here, we'll turn normal light on for a second. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't really see with the camera. But my entire neck is so red, and I can barely move it right now.
It was outside, right?
All day yesterday from the Philbrook Museum in Tulsa, helping with Record Store Day.
Yeah, I was at Record Store Day. I was there at 3:30 a.m. till 7 when they opened, and I got my stuff and I went home. but it was it turns out, man, that at Record Store Day, everyone, most like half people were there just to pick up that Taylor Swift Stonehenge.
Yeah, we had one. And the girl that got it, like this young girl, like way young, like, I mean, I don't 12, 13 maybe.
Yeah.
She like freaked her shit out, and I was just like, whoa.
Both sides of me, they were like, I hope I get that Taylor Swift Stonehenge. I'm like, what are you there? Like, what are you here for? I'm like, I'm here for Rage Against the Machine.
Like, we are not the same, people. We are not the same.
Yeah, but man, we need an intro. You got one?
Chris.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be doing long form shorts, which is really weird to be saying that, because I remember when I started dating, that's what girls used to call my penis.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it's a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And guys, girls, all in between, this is a Panic Fest 2025 edition. This is going to be the long form shorts. Now, if you don't know what a long form short is, Chris told me it is something that's not too long, not too short, but it's just right.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, it's kind of nebulous, but they're generally less than 45 minutes. They're longer than, they're longer than most things, most shorts. So long form shorts, they don't get a whole lot of love. Everyone likes the shorts, don't like the long ones, but this one's just in the middle. Like these, all these are about 50, about some of them are 20 minutes, some of them are, the shortest one in here is 16 minutes, or 15 minutes, but they're all generally about 15 minutes but less than like an hour, So, but the ones we hear, me and Neil, we were there for the
Yes.
long shorts.
Now this one, Chris isn't allowed to do any clips, or if he
Mm-mm.
does, if he is, he didn't.
Not necessarily allowed to do clips on these right here.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do clips on any of these or anything like that. So you won't be hearing those awesome clips that we do on every other episode. There's no new segment on this episode. This is just purely us talking about what we experienced at Panic Film Fest. So I just don't want you guys to, freak out and be like, oh, why isn't there the news? And why isn't there this? And blah, 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 blah.
Just so you guys know, there will be a regular episode coming out on Thursday when we do that stuff. But right now, we're talking about Panic Fest.
Oh, are we doing a regular? What are we doing? Did we even talk about?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about Warfare to see that movie.
All right, we'll talk about it later. Anyway, we'll talk about it after we get off this one. All right, so this week we're going to be talking all the movies, all of them now. So we got the chance now. The long form shorts. There was only one block, right?
Yeah, one block. They had some online too. One online block.
Some on block.
We're talking about the ones we saw.
So this is the block that we had here. Let me take that little ticker off of there so people can see that. All right, so it's Never Let You Go, Em and Emma Go Griffin Hunting, Destroyer, Till Death Do Us Part, and Hold Up. Now, these are all the ones that we're going to be talking about today. Each one of them is completely freaking different than the other one by far. Some of them are so strange and weird, I don't even know how to describe them. I don't know.
But I should probably introduce the show, right? Like, where can you find us after we...
Oh, I forgot we do that sometimes. Yeah, Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
Find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Instagram at TS Podcast. We're on Blue Sky at Movies Don't Suck Podcast. We're on WTMnet.com. That's W2 is in Movies Net. You'll find us there on with a bunch of podcasts. Type our name into Spotify or wherever you watch podcasts. You'll find us there. If you guys want merch, go to Blackwood Productions at tpublic.com or search Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do on bonfire.com. If you guys want a sticker, just send us a message. We're easy to find. Or send an email, info@moviesdon'tsuck.net. We get a sticker free of charge. I'll pay postage. We'll pay postage. We don't want you to enjoy the stuff we sell. And what do we do for small businesses?
If you got a small business, let us know. We'll be more than happy to promote you right here on this lovely podcast because we love promoting people. We want to make people popular. We want to make people make money so they never have to live anywhere but in the wonderful world they live in now. And,
we don't need this. The sponsor today is just Panic Fest. I mean, that's really...
I know that's what it is. And if you gave me 2.5 seconds, I would have had it loaded up.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man, I didn't do a sponsor. And I was like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just load up some photos from the lovely Panic Fest that we were at. So yes, our sponsor today, because we are going to be talking about them all day long, is going to be Panic Fest. Panic Fest was founded in 2013 by Screenland Theater at Downright Creepy. The fest enters its 13th season as one of the top gender festivals in the world this year. They once again provide the variety option, the virtual option to attendees. So you can go to their virtual world and walk around and find things there as well. All over the United States via the Nintendo platform, in addition to other Festival features. Their features held at the historic Screenland Armour Theater. The theater has a rich 100-year history, and with 4 theaters that range from 250 seats to 45 seats. This is one of our favorite theaters. We're not in this picture, but this is one of our favorite theaters. No, this is one I just got off the website.
Okay.
Why you got to argue all the time? Can't you just...
Sorry.
Anyway, this is what it looks like when you look at the theater screen, and this is what it looks like in the lobby.
Yeah.
Because Chris has to touch my chest every time he gets a chance.
Yeah.
All right. So Panic Film Fest, literally go to panicfilmfest.com. Those are our buddies. That is where we were. And now let's talk some long shorts. What is first, Chris?
Well, the first one that we saw was Hold Up.
Hold Up.
Yeah, directed by Ori Gundelman. Directed and written by Ori Gundelman, starring Anthony Gonzalez, Kylie Rogers, Henry Eikenberry, Mike Mitchell, Jose Diaz, June Angela, Jacqueline Smith, and Carl Crudup. Neil, wants to read the storyline for Hold Up. Are you there?
Yes. It's that the way it's formed is weird, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
The short film Hold Up, directed by Ori Gundelman, is a genre-built blending narrative combining elements of comedy, horror, and sci-fi. The story follows Marcus, a young teenager who accompanies his older brother on a drug deal. Eager to prove his maturity and gain social acceptance, Marcus bets that he can rob a nearby liquor store in exchange for an invitation to an exclusive party. However, once inside the store, Marcus discovers that his classmate Jenny works there and has witnessed and filmed his attempting shoplifting. The film features performances by Anthony Gonzalez, Kylie Rogers, and Henry Eikenberry. That's what I said.
You said Berg, but okay.
Whatever. Why do you got to point it out twice?
All right. So this one is it's sort of like we said, they're all pretty different, but it sort of set the tone. Is sort of because this one's kind of goofy, you know.
Kinda.
Yeah, it's really goofy.
Did you just throw the word "kind of" out for this one?
Sorry.
This one was now, if I remember, you said this one won the.
No, I think it was special effects or makeup.
Special effects, yes. Now, this one gets weird and wacky. The thing is, though, about some of these shorts, they're really good at doing the whole M. Night Shyamalan. Oh, there's a twist.
Yeah, because this one doesn't start out like you would expect a Panic Film Fest thing to start out, but later on, like as it builds, you're like, this totally fits.
Yeah,
festival.
Because Panic Film Festival movies are usually ones that are not for the normal people. Is that the best way to say that?
Well, it's a genre fest. It's gonna be like horror and sci-fi and thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one, at first, you're kind of like, okay, I get it, kid holding up a place. Okay. Now there's a little bit of twist. There's his friend. Okay, I get it. Someone else is trying to hold up the place too. Okay, I get. Oh shit! And that's literally the moment when it all twists around, and then you're just like, "What the hell?" And gosh, who is that guy? I swear, there's this dude that used to do sci-fi happy birthday wishes on YouTube, and he plays the rented cop in there.
So real quick, I wanted to hold you actually Hold Up won best long form short. The one
I thought it did. That's what I was asking.
And I think Gonzalez from this one won best actor for it on the long form shorts. And we'll talk about the other ones later on. But yeah, Hold Up won best of fest. And of these 5 that we saw, it was 5, right? Yeah.
Yep, there was 5.
This was probably my second favorite of them all.
Oh, that's right. We should do a top 1 through
Yeah.
5 on this one,
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah,
we? That'll
yeah.
make this easier. I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
Chris, this is my second favorite one too, and
Yeah.
I think for the first time ever in the history of us reviewing movies, I think our number ones are going to be the same exact thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think I have this sneaky suspicion. We won't talk about it right now.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it in a moment. But Hold Up is a good one. Is it available out there for people to find?
Not yet. The most almost all these things, their shorts will be and even some of the movies talking about will be just circling festivals. These are really just shorts are hard to they'll show up on YouTube every now and then, but they're kind of
what's the app that we use to watch these things? Vimeo.
Vimeo. So, but not all of them are available. So I don't want to. I don't
Okay.
want to. But
So if guys, if you want to see this, you can message me directly.
no,
and I will start handing out my password.
Neil is joking. Neil is joking. We're not allowed to do
that. don't do that. Please don't do that. I don't want to get in trouble with the Panic Fest people. I like everybody I met at Panic Fest. I had such a good time at Panic Fest.
Yeah.
It was
But
these
these are showing up at festivals. These all deserve to be at festivals because they're all the ones I enjoyed to some effect.
Yeah. Each one of these brought me joy.
Yeah. But Hold Up, it's definitely not what you think when you go in, but I had a really good time with this one. And
I think that's exactly why both of us love this one. It's literally the fact that we saw it in the beginning and we're like, all right, liquor store robbery, kids,
totally something different.
And then all of a sudden something happens and you're just like, why?
Yeah. And
what the hell?
It makes
what
you wanna,
is going on? What's that famous saying from the 90s? Make things that make you say,
Yeah.
It's those things that make you say,
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the masterpiece. I'm gonna make you say, no. But
that's 2000s. This is 90s.
Director Ori Grendelman. I can't wait to see what he does next because this was a fun one. Hold Up.
So it's called Hold Up, guys. Here's one shot screen I did of it. This is one of the Hold Up people, and that's good old Ginny. That is the lady that you talked about, and that is not the guy that we're talking about. So
yeah, who is?
And they even have a poster. I like the poster. Look at that.
Yeah, it sort of fits it. It sort of fits it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay.
It's. I mean, it's very Twilight Zone.
Yeah. So Hold Up. If you guys have keep your eyes open for it if you get a chance to watch it. We'd really like to hear your thoughts.
It's really one. We like the director. We liked it. It's seriously, it's number 2 on our. We did 5, so we're gonna list each one what number.
Yeah,
they're gonna be listed on, and this will be number 2 on our top 5.
Yeah. Next one, Till Death Do Us Part. Directed and written by Jacob Hamlin. This stars Dave Martinez, Jason Wade, Monica Moore Smith, and Maggie Scott. And this one was interesting because it was it was filmed like an old movie, like a silent film. And it had all the marks and the dust and all the stuff you'd see in it. And it was not my favorite of them, but I did
Chris,
like.
You're missing a big part of what we do. You just skipped over it again.
What?
Hey, Neil, read the description.
You tell me to keep going if you're ready yet. Neil.
No, I pointed at myself twice.
Okay, Neil.
What's the description? Say it out loud.
Neil, what's the description for Till Death Do Us Part?
Thank you, Chris.
Okay.
Till death do us part. Desperate to marry the love of his life, an undertaker's apprentice digs up the grave of a mysteriously murdered bride in an attempt to rob her corpse of its ring.
Yeah, so this was filmed in it looks like they used also natural light, so it has that feeling to it. The director did talk about this movie after it was done, and we have a picture of us with them. Do you have that pulled up ready?
Oh, I don't know which one that was.
Oh man. I guess never mind.
I got. That's why I was trying to go through them beforehand.
Yeah. But yeah.
With you and there we go. Now I know which one it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but Yeah, so that's the problem. I took 200 pictures, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying.
Neil has
I'm
to
trying to
find
go
them.
through them to like. I put them out there as much as I could.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
the crew. That's the crew right there.
Yeah,
Which is funny because he's wearing a Nosferatu.
yeah,
shirt.
he is. Yeah, he is.
Now with me on this one was fun,
Mm-hmm.
but it got. I mean, it got.
It was
weird to
it
the
was a little long-winded. I feel like because
It wasn't like it was long. That's the thing. How does a long form short feel long winded?
well,
That
it's like a sketch that you pull on SNL that goes on too long. That's why I felt like this one was.
that's what I'm
Kind of.
saying.
Yeah.
So what causes that, Chris?
Uh,
Because it's only a long form short. It's not a 3-hour movie.
I
It's
know.
not fucking The Brutalist where it takes 17 hours to watch. It's like a little itty bitty, you know, it took what, 20 minutes, 17 minutes? How long did it?
24 minutes.
24 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
The problem with this one is I don't feel like they explained well enough to the audience exactly why he was doing it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when the twist came, because this one has a twist too. Like I said, most long form shorts have a twist in them because they're trying to keep the audience, informed in it. But by the time the twist came, it's kind of like, I don't care.
Yeah. It's falls flat. It's like you're like, okay. That's what I felt. That's not to say there weren't things I didn't like about this.
No. The acting in it is great. The two guys, when the two guys were talking back and forth, I got the storyline, but like it was like I still don't understand. Was the ring cursed? Was the relationship cursed? Like, do certain characters actually know each other or not know each other? Was it all part of imagination?
Yeah.
And I guess that kind of thought is maybe what they want to provoke, but it wasn't that thought as in, man, I'm thinking deeply about this. It's that kind of thought that it's like, man, I'm just confused.
Yeah, I do like the style they did, old film style with all these.
I love the black and white cinematography on this.
Yeah, it was interesting that way, but it didn't quite hit the mark for us, which makes it my probably the last on the list, my least favorite.
This is not the last on my list. I am going to put this.
This is number 5 of the 5 we saw.
I'll put this number 4.
Okay, all right.
Number 4 for me. I think it wasn't the least one I liked because I like that noir. I like the black and white. That gets me right away.
The cinematography, Neil, was like, oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I loved it. I got weird with it. Chris was touching my leg in an pure way.
I was. Yeah, sorry.
It was nuts. He kept putting meat in my mouth.
Yeah.
But remember that, Chris?
Yeah, I did, and you were just like, please stop. And
I was like,
said,
Chris, stop putting your meat in my mouth. And here's a picture of it right there. There he is.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, right there. Putting meat in my mouth. But so yeah, that's gonna be what we're gonna talk about.
By the way, I like how you made that photo our profile photo on Facebook.
I feel like that's us right there.
Yeah, it's kind of us. Yeah.
Chris is a deer in headlights, and I'm being weird for no reason at all. Yeah. But till death do us part. That's what we feel about that one. Let's move on. What was the next one, Chris?
Never Let Me Go. Never Let Me Go. This is
Never Let You Go.
Yeah, no, it's directed and written by Alex Dumansey. Alex Dumansey. God damn it. It stars Victoria Sintra, Nick Sampson, and Daria Saidi. Once read the story for Never Let You Go.
A young woman's traumatic past resurfaces when a mysterious box arrives on her doorstep, setting forth a horrifying reality.
Now, this one felt like a fever dream.
That's what it was like. It felt like a fever dream, and then the fever dream, I woke up and I was like, I don't know if that even was a fever dream. Maybe I just had too much Coca-Cola before I went to bed.
That's probably it. That's I like this one, but I could see someone not liking it with the lack of cohesion. You know, because
Oh, guess who that person would be, Chris?
Neil.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeet. All right, right here, man. I'm the guy that doesn't. I disagree. I agree with you on the lack of cohesion. They have beautiful scenes in this movie
Mm-hmm.
that cinematography wise is just like. I mean, look at these are actual photos from the movie. I mean,
Yeah.
from the short, and it's beautiful.
The shots were framed right.
Yeah,
the shots
it
were
was
framed
frame
right, but
cinematography was great, but it was cringy. Is that the way to say it? And I don't mean cringy as in like in the way the subject matter was introduced about the woman and her past. It's kind of cringy in the way where it was like, oh, I feel uncomfortable watching this.
And not in the way that you're supposed to feel like you watch a Black Mirror episode. Not like that.
Oh, Black Mirror just came back out. Oh, I gotta watch that this week.
Yeah, I watched the first episode last night, and it's fucked up. Yeah, all right. Yeah, sorry.
Sometimes Chris doesn't know how not to spoil things, guys. This is why you don't listen to the first 20 episodes.
Because I know Neil, and I assume he would get to it, but also season 2 of Last of Us comes on tonight.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I got 1 week till WrestleMania, dude. Next weekend's WrestleMania.
Oh shit!
So like I've been watching all the wrestling and plus work and the charity things. Anyway.
Yeah, we got lots to watch. But yeah, then let you go. It was shot right. There were really cool scenes, but these scenes didn't tie together in the way that I thought was most satisfying.
Right.
You know, like,
and that's the thing with me. I didn't like it all. Beautifully cinematography, acting, all three things out of the park. Great. But the cohesiveness of it, and like, again, this is one of those that did a worse job, I think, than Till Death Do Us Part, because it kind of did. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. And again, I don't want to spoil things, but there's a final shot of the short when they're zooming out, and it kind of gives you the idea of what's going on. But at the same time, I'm like, what? And it's not like a good what. It's like, it's one of those whats where I'm just like, all right, so did any of this really happen? Or you know, like, without going, I'm trying to be as vague as possible on this one, because I don't want to ruin this if you guys see it. But it's just the ending of it's kind of like, I guess.
It used color. I really enjoyed the
coloring of it and the acting in it. Again, hit it right out of the park.
But lack of cohesion made it a bit of a not a chore to watch, but a bit of like, what really happened? You know, and not that we need that. This one I felt like maybe we did.
And so to me, that's why it gets the last spot. To me, it was not the one.
This is number 4 for me.
This was not the one for me. But let's talk about let's not go in order. Let's do Destroyer next. For some reason, I just feel like that's the next one we should do.
Yeah, Destroyer, directed by Jed Myers, written by Jed Myers and Kyle Montgomery. This stars Frank Mosley, Anna Sergina, and Justin Locklear. You want to read the storyline for Destroyer?
An Inscoman's compulsion to know his partner's secret leads him on an underworld descent where he makes contact with something non-human.
Now, this one was weird and creepy.
But it did it in a good way. It was like the other two, how there's that lack of cohesiveness. This one I got. This one I was like, oh shit, I get what's going on here.
And this is actually filmed in Dallas, Texas. But you know, I'm from there, so I recognized places he was at, like that microphone building and just where he was driving.
I think I went to Dallas once.
Oh yeah, you did go to Arlington. You definitely did. Yeah, yeah. You stayed there. Yeah.
Like I think 7 or 8 times since I've lived here at Tulsa.
Yeah.
I've been down I've been
Yeah.
Garland 3 times, Arlington 2, Dallas 12. Yep, 7 times.
Were they all for wrestling?
No, I went there for Metallica.
Oh yeah. Metallica. All right, Destroyer though. So Neil said yeah, exactly right. The we were given something and we were able to hold it and follow it. And it was all tied
And it was
together.
really nice because
And it was
like at the beginning of it, it did make it feel like exactly how how it starts. That this guy thinks that his partner's like cheating on him and stuff like that. But instead,
and he definitely has a little bit of proof too. You know, he's not just some insecure. He's insecure, but it's sort of. I would think that he's just justified and maybe thinks that something's
yeah,
going
and
on.
then when he goes and discovers what's going on, it's a whole lot more than what he expects.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up,
It,
honestly. And I love the I love the sort of sneakiness this guy does. He really, it, everyone in the theater with this was holding their breath at points. You know, like trying to figure out what the fuck's gonna
yeah,
happen.
and by any means, like at one point, I thought demons were gonna like crawl out of the vents of this house that he entered. I didn't
know.
know what was gonna happen, and it was a very justifiable ending. I like this one. This is my number 3 short of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
entire fest that we got to see. Again, it wasn't that long either. It was like this was one of the shorter ones, if I remember right. It's like
Yeah, this was well, it was 19
19
minutes.
minutes.
So the shortest one, the shortest one is actually the one we like the
I
most.
mean,
So
to give you kind of example, something has to do with this right here.
yeah,
And that's why I
yeah.
took a picture of it. It's not
If you guys
the big
aren't if you guys are
reveal,
listening,
but it's part
yeah.
of the reveal.
If you guys are listening, it's an altar with pictures, and there's a
There's a
cow
big
skull in the
cattle
middle of
skull because it was filmed in Texas, and they're like, "Oh, what kind of skull can we get anywhere?" Well, just go to 7-Eleven and get a
it.
cattle skull.
Yeah,
And they did. Because
we're
I don't
big
know
on
if you ever
cattle
been to
there.
Texas, but every gas station sells cattle skulls. They do.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on where you are, but yeah, that's a destroyer. We hope this gets released somewhere.
Yeah, it's one of
Um,
those that we hope to see the director. What was his name? Judd Myers. I want to see
Judd
more
Myers.
from him. I mean, everybody played their part well. Anna did a good part playing Joan. Like she was very, like she looked very strong, but at the same time, they're very fragile. At the same time, like it was very like everybody did their part in this one. And then there's some crazy special effects that happens that again we don't want to give that part of the spoiler, but it's definitely worth a watch, so keep your eye out for Destroyer. Now
You ready to talk about
the
our
one
favorite one
that
of this all?
I held it off to the end because I
Yeah,
100% knew, because when we watched this, guys, me and Chris were in awe of it. Like we still had other shorts to watch, and we couldn't shut up about this one. And
yeah.
we finally
So
like
it's
forced ourselves to be quiet so we could watch the other
yeah,
shorts. And it's like, we'll talk about it
yeah,
after. Talk about it after.
yeah.
And that is
We're talking about M and Selma Go Griffin Hunting, directed and written by Alexander Thompson. This stars Millie Shapiro. You guys remember her as Charlie from fucking Hereditary, one of my favorite movies of the
yeah.
past 10 years, and Pollyanna McIntosh from Walking Dead. Neil, why don't you read the storyline for M and Selma Go Griffin Hunting?
Set in the countryside of a depression-plagued 1930s America, our tale unfolds in an alternate past where adolescent girls are expected to fulfill a long-standing rite in which they hunt and slay a mythical beast of their mother's choosing and will not be accepted by society as a proper woman until they fulfill their sacred rite of passage hunt.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to give too much away about this one, but that's basically what it is. But I think what Neil and I really loved about this was the way it was
Not
shot.
only the way it's
And yeah,
first, the way it's shot was in black and white. And so I
yeah,
got a still of it up now of the two ladies when they're talking. The two
yeah,
of them in that still, beautiful. Like literally, You can
Yeah.
pause any moment of this movie, and
And
it's like it's a poster.
yeah, that's how beautiful this thing
It
is.
it is one of the most beautiful things ever. Now, the thing that really, really gets me is the CGI work on this film. Someone made love to it. Like
Yeah, and
look at
there's
this.
a w-
Look how
yeah, there's a
realistic
right
that
way and
looks.
yeah, there's a right way and a wrong way to do CGI, and this is the right way because, like Neil said, so many love to it. It was beautiful.
Like,
A lot of times people were like use practical effects, but this one, man, like
look at it. You
I
can
couldn't
see
get
the
enough.
cracks in
Yeah,
the skin, and you can tell that it's uneven and undone. And it's like you can see every individual hair and them collectively together. Like the eyes have that glass, but not too glassy. Like
mm,
everything about these griffins that they did in this movie is just one of the most ridiculously best thing like in CGI.
and it also had so much imagination. Like of all the things we saw on the shorts, long form shorts, this one was the most imaginative, the most felt like we were transported to
Right.
some
And,
land.
and
Yeah, it
And a thing about
was
it is
yeah,
like also
mhm,
it made it's like, hey, this is the story. We're not gonna give you all of it. We're not gonna deep dive in the history because I think that's the problem with some movies and entertainment these days is they just feel like they have to tell you everything
every
behind something. I
the interesting is that they told us a lot, but without telling you. It's 15 minutes. The short, but at the end, I felt like I knew the
yeah,
world, and not because they were feeding it to me. It just the way it was done was so beautiful.
and
You know?
mystical beast, not just the mystical
Yeah.
beast, I'm sorry, the book, like literally they bust out a book that they're reading to learn more about the beast, the griffins, and it's literally like that gives you enough information there. Why is there a mystical beast book of North America? Like
Yeah.
it's almost like this takes place in 19th century America if Hogwarts was in America and not in England.
But also, like, I mean, and also like most movies on here, but this one definitely it's a fairy tale, but it's talking about things like trauma. It's talking about things about traditions that maybe need to be broken. That sort of thing in here. That's what this one's about, but it's told in such a fucked up and beautiful
Yeah,
way because it's not. Yeah, and it's gorgeous.
it's the
Millie
relationship
Shapiro.
between a mother and a daughter,
Yeah,
and between the fencing of the old school teaching the new school, and that certain traditions have to keep going,
mhm,
and some people questioning why those traditions have to keep going, which when a
yeah,
tradition is killing something for game, why is that still going?
yeah.
I mean, come on. We're not barbarians anymore.
Yeah, so I do want to mention that the Millie Shapiro won Best Actress in the one from shorts for this. Rightfully so. She's a great
She
actress.
is an amazing actress. This was good. I mean, again, she just not look at her. Boom. I feel like she's gonna stab me in the dark.
She might, she might do that. But yeah, that was the long form shorts in this episode, and we recommend. So we'll start go through again. Start number 5. We liked the number 5 for Neil. What was your number
My
5?
number 5 was the let never let you go.
My number 5 was actually Till
It
Death
was
Do Us
till
Part.
death do us part.
What was your number? Yeah, yeah. Well, Neil, what was your number
My
4?
number 4 was till death does it part, but you were just never destroyer, right?
Uh, y- y- yeah, no, I destroyers. No,
Never
never
know
let you
what
go is
this
my
for.
number
All right,
4.
but then I think we both agreed on the same top 3 together. So just our 4 and 5 was
What?
backwards, and number 3 for both of us was Destroyer,
Uh huh.
and we both like that. Again, good movie. Go seek it out if you can. Number 2, which was the number 1 of the Panic Film Festival, was Hold Up, which that one is just cool and fun and weird and happy and fun and all that stuff. But we liked it. But man, beautiful wise, and Selma Griffin hunting. I'm sorry. That is that's a piece of art right there, man. That I don't even know like how I can describe that to anybody else except for it's Griffin hunting done right.
Yeah, and it was gorgeous, and we recommend the long form shorts if you guys can find them somewhere. I'm sure they'll be at
I'm sure. I mean, and if not, go look it up in the virtual. Go look it up in the virtual environment.
It's not available. They're
not there anymore. I know they were there a couple years ago, but maybe that's pandemic.
Yeah, but they don't keep these year round. So they'll pop up somewhere. Keep your eyes open for them. We really hope you guys get to see these on from shorts because they're worth going to some trouble.
And remember, sure. Matt, what we're talking about today is, of course, the wonderful place we like to call Panic Fest. Panic Fest is our favorite place to go in the world. If you want a Disneyland that's full of blood, guts, and gore, that's right. Panic Fest is the place to go.
Yeah, we loved it. It's my favorite time of year. You ready to get out here? Well,
let's get out of here. That was the long form shorts of the wonderful Panic Film Festival. Chris, hit the extra. That was another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter how much she loves you, if she doesn't think your short long is formed, then your form is long, and you should short that form right in her face. You have a good day.
All right, we'll see you guys in just a second, actually.
Now, that, guys, was...
Oh, boy.
Oh, sorry.
What?
I was fixing something.
What was that? What was that?
Well, if this is it, oh boy.
That was last episode's
okay.
So, sorry.
All right, guys. So that was the first episode that we were going to do. That'll be out on the podcast later this week because Chris likes to do what he wants to do whenever he wants to do it.
That's right.
All right. So what do you want to talk about next? Do you want to do the shorts? Do you want films? What do you want?
Yeah. We're live, so we should probably leave and then we'll talk about it.
What? No, we don't have to leave and talk about it. We can talk. That's we explained to everybody we were doing several episodes and we're just going right through it.
But I want them separated on the actual.
Okay. Well, everybody that's watching, we'll be back in just a few moments.